Hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing, liking, commenting and sharing this video. So guys, in today's video I would like for us to talk about cost. Now in this video we're going to be talking about cost. We're going to be learning about what cost is and some basic cost concepts. Now first of all, when you say cost or cost of production, what comes to your mind? Now, what does cost actually mean? Cost actually refers to the total payment that was made to the factors of production used to produce a good or a service. Now, when you talk about cost actually refers to the total payment that you make to the factors of production, the total payment that you make that you give to them, the total payment that you make to the factors of production in order to use them in production process. Like for example, we all know that land, the reward for land is rent, the reward for labor is wages or salary, the reward for capital is interest. So all of these total payments, when you add all of these payments that was made to these factors of production, when you add them together, then we have cost. That the sum total of everything is what we call cost. Now guys, cost actually has different concepts. It has different concepts. We have total cost, we have fixed cost, we have variable cost, we have average cost and marginal cost. Now we also have a bunch of others, but for this video I would like to talk about just those few I already mentioned. So I'll start with total cost. Now total cost actually refers to the total payment that was made to the factors of production. Now total cost include fixed cost plus variable cost. When you add fixed cost plus variable cost, then you're going to have your total cost. Next, we have fixed cost. Now, fixed cost is this type of cost that does not change with the level of output. It doesn't change with the level of output. Even if output or quantity produced is increased, it will still remain the same. Now, an example of fixed cost is rent, rent on landed property or rent on the plant I am using for my production activities. If I was producing 20, let's say 20 tons, and I'm paying, maybe I was paying 10,000 naira for rent. If I keep on, if I increase my production level to maybe 50 tons, I will still be paying that 10,000 in the short run. In the short run, the fixed cost is still the same. It remains constant. Are you with me? So fixed cost actually refers to that kind of cost that does not change with the level of output. It remains fixed. Now, guys, let's move to variable cost. Variable cost, on the other hand, is the direct opposite of fixed cost. Fixed variable cost refers to that kind of cost, refers to those costs that changes with the different levels of output. Like for example, cost of raw materials. If I was producing ten bags of rice last year and I decide to increase my production level to 20 bags of rice, it's going to cost me more rice. So that cost of getting additional raw material, additional rice, is going to like increase the amount I was paying before. So variable costs actually are those costs that changes with the level of output. When you increase your level of output, they change along with the level of your output. Then, fourthly, we have average cost. Average cost is actually calculated as total cost divided by quantity per unit. It refers to the cost per unit of a product. Cost per unit of a product. The cost that you are spending on a particular quantity of product. That's your average cost. Average cost refers to the cost per unit of a product, and it is calculated as total cost divided by quantity. Now, last but not least, we have marginal cost. Marginal cost actually refers to the additional cost that you incurred because you wanted to produce an extra unit of a product. If, for example, I usually produce 10 units of a product and I say I want to that 10 units usually costs me 100 naira, and I decide to maybe produce 11 units and that 11 units cost me 110. Now the additional cost I incurred for producing that extra 1 unit is the 10 naira. So that 10 naira is my marginal cost. It refers to the additional cost that is being incurred because an extra unit of a product was manufactured or produced. So I hope with this video you guys have been able to understand. So I'm actually going to attach a video on how to calculate total cost, fixed cost, variable cost, average cost, and marginal cost to enhance you guys' comprehension. Please do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and do not forget to like this video. Do not also forget to share it. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. But before we end this video, I attached a video on how to calculate cost, um, all the cost concepts. So I'm going to be attaching it to this video. I attached it already, sorry. I already attached it. So please do well to watch this video to the end. You'll have to be able to assimilate completely what cost is all about. Thank you guys for always being there. So guys, I actually want to explain how to calculate our fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, average cost, and marginal cost. So let's say at quantity 1, we have fixed cost to be 10, and we have quantity 2, quantity 3, quantity 4, quantity 5. Now, this is just an assumption. I just assume this figure. Now, remember when I was explaining, I said if fixed cost is 10 at quantity 1, it's still going to be constant with the level of output. It's not going to change. So every part is going to be, every quantity rather, is going to be 10, 10, 10, and 10, because fixed cost is the kind of cost that does not change with the level of output. Okay, all right. Now variable cost, let's say our variable cost was 12, I'm assuming, and let's say here was 14, let's say here was 16, let's say here was 18, and let's say here was 20. Now how do we calculate total cost? Total cost is calculated as fixed cost plus variable cost. So I'm going to say this plus this, 10 plus 12, which will give me 22. And I'm going to say 10 plus 14, which is going to give me 24. I'm going to say 10 plus 16, which will give me 26. I'm going to say 10 plus 18, which will give me 28. And I'm going to say 10 plus 20, which will give me 30. So I've calculated my total cost for my fixed cost and variable cost. So fixed total cost is calculated as fixed cost plus variable cost. So this is 10 plus 12, 22. 10 plus 14, 24. 10 plus 16, 26. 10 plus 18, 28. And 10 plus 20, 30. Now, how do we calculate average cost? Remember, I was saying that average cost refers to the cost per unit. So, guys, average cost is the cost per unit of a product, and it's calculated as TC divided by quantity per unit. So this will be 21 divided by 1, which will give me, 22 divided by 1, which will give me 22. This will be 24, which is 60 divided by quantity. 24 divided by 2 will give me 12. 26 divided by 3 will give me 8 points. Approximately, it will give me 8.67. So this is 8.67. 28 divided by 4 will give me 7. 30 divided by 5 will give me 6. So you see that average cost is calculated by saying AC divided by TC divided by quantity per unit. Now marginal cost for the first quantity, there is nothing to compare it with. I told you that is the additional cost that you incurred rather that you incurred during the course of producing an extra unit. The cost that is incurred during the course of producing an extra unit of a commodity. So it is TC2 minus TC1. TC2, this is 24, minus TC1, which is 22, all over quantity 2 minus quantity 1. So this is what we're trying to say. Marginal cost is calculated by the change in total cost over change in quantity, which is 24 minus 2 minus 22, which will give me what? 2. Marginal cost actually refers to change in total cost. Change in what? In total cost over change in quantity. So this will be 24 minus 22. 24 minus 22. I told you that the marginal cost for the first one is a dash. There's no marginal cost. So sometimes in some textbook you can see 0. You can some of them can leave it blank, but some of them can also put a dash. So change in total cost is what? Remember, all the change in quantity is by 1 unit. So even if you divide it by 1, you're still going to get that same exact number. So change in marginal cost refers to change in total cost. Now what's the change in total cost? 24 minus 22 will give you 2 here. 26 minus 24 will also give you 2. Wow, they are the same. It's a coincidence. 28 minus 26 will also give you 2. 30 minus 28 will also give you 2. Now for this question, because I actually formed it, it's just a coincidence. Marginal cost can never be the same. It's not a fixed cost. So maybe because I formed the question, that's why it's like this. So just know that marginal cost is a change in total cost over change in quantity. Alright guys, I hope with this I've been able to explain very well how to calculate your fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, average cost, and marginal cost. Thank you so much for watching, and please do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Comment down below if you don't understand. Please let me know. If you do understand, please let me know. Please, I'd like to engage with you guys. Just let me know what you think. What do you think I should teach next? And what do you think I should improve on? Thank you guys for always being there. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.